Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of our totally chaotic, totally unplanned, unscripted Tactician mode Dark Urge Jack of all trades playthrough. We have me, your host, Nathan the Stargazer, and no guests because I ain't chill like that. But I do thank everyone who tuned in for these episodes and also give me a free pass as I try to navigate my way around video editing and the like. But without further ado, let's hop straight into it because that's what this is all about. Just to know, I am actually trying very hard with video editing. I don't have any paid software. I'm using some free softwares here and there, trying to work on it, trying to trim, add text, add subtitles, and all that stuff. It's a bit harder than I thought it would be, so it's taking me longer to actually get through those. And since it has been a while, I'm not entirely sure where the hell I am in terms of story progression, because I have been playing my chaotic good Tempest Cleric Storm Sorcery character, but let's see how this goes.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
As far as main objectives go, I believe we're still on track to... Let's see. Actually, don't know. Don't know where I was going with that. Well, let's get out of here.
Slow down.
Looks like we were in the middle of long resting, so let's get to that first. I am in desperate need of some camp supplies, it looks like. Try not to draw out the tedious sorts of activities, but it doesn't seem like I have much of a choice. Unless I get better editing and crop all those parts out so we can avoid all the mundane things I have to do to get this going. Now, I have seen other playthroughs, partially, with their descriptions of how other people would do Jack of all trades, and I feel like doing this completely unplanned is probably not the best idea, because I will probably get my ass kicked later on. But that is actually quite fun, I suppose. That's probably the most fun part of it, is just going in and, YOLO.
What a day. Moving. Traps. How considerate.
It would have been fun just to activate every trap and get my ass slapped by fireballs, but definitely not in the mood for that happening.
Can't give up now. Best be on my way.
And honestly, even having beaten the game quite recently, you tend to forget a lot of things. Especially with how vast the game is. I do apologize for the delays and stutters on the game. I'm going to upgrade my computer very soon. well, quite a bit confused. I have been here before since this is the beginning of the game, and I'm not sure why these bodies are still lootable. So something happened here. Unless I quite honestly never looted them, which would be strange in and of itself. Doesn't seem like the most likely of things that happen, just to leave loot lying around and bodies unchecked, but hey, you know, when you're not necessarily rushing things, but trying to, as I said, get through the meticulous repetition of all the mundane things, it might happen.
Understand? If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
I'm honestly curious what happens if I just destroy this gate. Just quite tired of waiting for the raise every time I have to come back here. It's just a waste of time, you know. And we are not about wasting people's time. We're here to be fast, efficient, and as chaotic as possible.
Fail to see the distinction.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
The real question is, what happened to Arabella?
Not yours.
It's my job too.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her. The Nine Hells will sooner freeze over, but we'll try.
Stop.
Wasn't so bad.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true, bloody pleasure.
It is strange meeting Raphael at this point in the game. That happened to me last playthrough, but not in my multiplayer ones with my buddies. So, not sure how this goes. Do love Raphael though. He is definitely one of my favorite characters. His voice is so hot too. No homo. But I should probably implement die.
Ah, It
All these
looks
choices.
like an elf, but it speaks like a beast. Must be the surroundings, rather bleak and lonesome. One feels so exposed. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
Oh, baby, I'm coming. So hard.
There, middle of somewhere. Tut, tut. No need for that crude cutlery of yours. As you can see, I'm amply provisioned. This is the House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
I am actually quite famished, especially since I have an insatiable hunger for everything.
Not easily rattled, I see. Good. Makes the next part that much more straightforward. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. My, aren't you a nervous one? I assure you I'm here to help, not harm. Consider your predicament. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that.
I love ultimatums. I would love to just get rid of this tab.
Oh, that's disappointing. I prefer it when my clients put up a fight. Only to realize victory was never an option. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease. I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
I was gonna say, I didn't actually get a chance to eat my meal, but I suppose I did. Although bread and apple and some wine is definitely not a meal in and of itself. I was wrong. Bull. No, I'm not sure if I talked to Alfieri. Guess that, well, must have. Chest is looted.
It's still rough, but my song is getting there.
I might be asking for a bit much trying to fight the harpies now. What can I actually do to gain some levels and not get absolutely murdered? Don't seem like I have much of a choice in terms of progression right now. I could find Karlak first. Doesn't sound too horrible.
You know about these parasites. Will we survive them?
Only if my people extract them. The only other cure is the blade.
Okay. Wonderful.
I guess we're gonna plow right through. This is where I would, with any bit of skill in editing, just cut out because it's just a lot of walking. A lot of unnecessary footwork. Ha ha ha.
My name is Lazel.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
Oof, the frame lag for some reason.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I mean, whoa, what?
He might be a healer, Bry.
He might be a bandit.
Wait.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
No, this guy seems sus as fuck.
Your limbs do not obey. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brynna. New recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. He's a true soul. Mind him. He will. He.
Heh, heh. What a way to go.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
Knowing what I know, the brand on the eye, that's wild. That's just unsanitary and just dangerous.
I don't know any druids.
Wow, short.
We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
It sounds like oil bear, which in reality would not be the weirdest thing in a Dungeons and Dragons setting.
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, sir. The beast must be destroyed.
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, True Soul, we may stand a chance.
I guess the real question is, are they actually siblings?
They spoke of the Absolute, same as that goblin's.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded when you tire. But this body seems different. A friend calls out from the corpse, desperate to be freed. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
Delicious. Yeah, just stuff my back pocket with that little worm.
The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire. The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Absolute. Protect us.
This is it. I guess we go inside?
Ew. Hunting down an oil bear.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
It's just a head. It's huge. I'm not sure I can do this.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Well, let's make him do it. The absolute wills it. I am absolute.
Of course, true soul.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
You're right. It's just an animal. And we have the absolute on our side. For Edwin.
This is also, if I were proficient, be a better point where I would just skip the combat.
Time to kill.
Don't see why I should bore everyone with combat, especially when I suck.
A better position.
But you know, this is how it is. So hopefully I get a chance to get through this real quick like.
Time to strike. Hitazeth.
Yikes, that's rude. I actually want to try saving the cub. Oh yikes. This is my favorite game on the Citadel. absolutely devastating. What am I gonna do?
Victory awaits.
No, I'll just chunk it.
Another fight. Let's go.
With the rate the build's going, Magic Missile might just be the one thing that saves me from really sucking butt here.
The cub looks from you to his
Well, that
dead
was
mother.
actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. Wow. 2-turn combat.
A single strike will end his suffering.
It hurts.
You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
That, or we've just prolonged its misery.
Mercy. Of course. It's dead. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. I wish Edwin were here. He would have been honored to fight alongside you. What would you have of us now, sir?
Honestly, the most chaotic choice might be to side with the goblins. Guess we'll see.
Edwin told us there was a camp of faithful goblins nearby. We'll find safe harbor there. He'd want us among friends. Absolute protect you.
Don't think I can speak with animals at this moment, which is actually quite...
Alright, what now?
But
Oblivious to your presence, the cub continues to gorge himself on his dead mother.
Moving in.
yikes.
Let's get on with it.
Still breathing, despite everything. All is ash and meat.
An owlbear egg. These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
Don't waste a step.
Look there, a shrine.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Order of operations before I get myself killed. Actually, don't remember what was in this chest.
This thing.
No, I don't even remember how to fucking open it. Yikes.
I must heal.
Wild. I guess what do... That makes no sense. Actually, not quite helpful. I don't remember how to open this.
Someone there.
I'll take this way. A Saluna statue in a stinking cave. Hardly a place of art.
Still alive. So that's progress.
What was the plan? Yeah.
No time to dally. Help's on the way.
No time to rest. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Not sure if it was a religion check I had to pass first. That would suck. Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
Vlaakith's will be done. Quickly.
In which case, I failed tremendously.
All's well that ends.
And there's nothing we can do.
Not as bad as it could have.
Peace.
Very well.
That took the edge off.
Still a long ways away from getting level 4, but definitely need it. Seem pretty weak without another level of a random class. And of course, more spell slots, always helpful.
How would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder? Or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully. 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
Even with all the time I had played in this game, it's so nice and refreshing to see dialogue options come up between, just not options, just dialogue come up between characters that I just don't ever hear or see. Especially with party compositions. I guess, not party compositions per se, character compositions of the origin characters.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly. I told you to go. Perhaps that's true. Your scent is thick with blood. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest. Of course he will. And then we'll return home. No, I won't leave him.
Oh, what a rude response, but seems fitting for this character.
That's enough!
Oh, yikes, that's definitely not the plan there. But, I guess rip scratch. Good as boy is definitely, good as dead.
Taste my fury.
That won't sit over well with anyone. No one's done that. Can't say I'm proud of it. But I guess, oh.
Action, not reaction.
I need a chest for the collateral I've been causing right here.
Open up.
Not a single person is safe from my choices, I suppose. We'll leave him there for now, I suppose. That's always fun.
This devil, Raphael, flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
Yeah, I'm not sure we ever get a dragon besides the, spoiler alert, besides the one day of the game.
I will sit astride one. It is only a matter of time. I will ride a red dragon. I will wield the silver sword, and I will conquer every layer of hell, should my queen command it. The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase. To penetrate the hells, this is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
Oh, you know, you gotta love indoctrination. Also, I need you to sit back.
Speak. Shook. You believe, as you say.
Need will for my fantastic devil hunting go on.
The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Do not trust a devil. Is that plain enough? Refuse him no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost's always too great.
Honestly, knowing what we know, Will's a hypocrite for sure.
He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
That depends on the terms of the contract, Will. Come on, you're a smart kid.
That's the spirit.
He seems quite lost.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop
Outfit
around,
does not.
he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far.
Yeah, it's not a very flattering outfit on Asterion.
I'm not about to throw my soul away. He's playing with us. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know. Someone that liked to play with people. Creatures like them don't play games unless they know they can win. Oh, will you? Because you've got it all figured out, I'm sure. You know who tampered with the parasite and why, and what they have planned for us. And of course you know why we're interesting enough that a devil would come to proposition us. Because if you don't know that, you may as well sign over your soul now. We may escape whatever web we're trapped in, but until we know what's going on, this Raphael has us exactly where he wants us.
That feels like such a metagame option for that dialogue right there. Because we do know what's going on. So it's quite wild that that's even there.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
Hope I have inspiration, because definitely want this to work out. I do. Look at that. Gets worse and worse. This is where I save scum, yet again. You didn't hear me say that. That'll be blurted out. Don't need to. I'm a legend. I'm in control of my own fate.
Anticipation. She is testing you somehow. About Raphael.
No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us. I respect his craft. As should you. Watch out for that devil. Fine. What's on your mind? I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Lovely. Incorrect. More correct, I guess. Oh, this is the worst. Quick level up happens, but definitely should respec Will for
Where am I needed?
correct
Ever onward.
ability scores, because this could definitely be better.
I shall be here in my camp.
Since replacing not Karlak, Lae'zel was a thing, we have to change ourselves to be a more frontline. Will's dumb as rocks. Let's just agree on that. Yeah. This seems quite fitting. He is dumb as rocks, though, but... If only True Strike was good. Not good in tabletop, not good in Baldur's Gate. Sag. And honestly, anyone who doesn't pick agonizing and repelling, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Although I do wish we had more invocations. There's so many. It is a shame that you need mods to get the full playlist of invocations to use.
to live in more interesting times. Sharp as ever.
Love maintaining my inventory though. Right, that was useless. Sag, more Sag. More things to be sad about.
Well, in it.
You know what I really miss about Baldur's Gate? The food. Freshest fish I've ever had.
I don't care for fish. Red meat, now that's different. Rare as can be. Dripping.
Well, unless we find a cure, you won't have any teeth to chew it with soon enough.
Oh my lag, look at that. This PC definitely needs to be upgraded.
How much farther can I go? A key. Wonder what it opens.
Well, this is going to be the biggest rip.
One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
On first impressions, she does look pretty wild, spewing fire out of her orifices, but
Touch me, and you'll regret it.
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence, proof that you're a devil, a gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
yeah, rip as fuck. Can never trust devils.
It's done, Karlach. By my living soul, you will forever burn.
You know, I could have used a friend. Pity that won't be you.
Just as useless as everyone else.
The dance of death.
Beautiful. Where the fuck? A stair is so useless.
Step quick.
Let's prowl. Stay low.
Disadvantage, I'm wearing something incorrect. That's a rip. What am I wearing? I am not proficient with medium. Look at that. Just so used to it in my playthrough.
Well, so much for peace.
Wow, look at that. Oh, that was nice and easy. Look at that.
Blood comes easy these days.
Oh, let's incapacitate her so I can take all of her stuff. Easy peasy.
Keep your distance, darling.
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They always disappoint me. It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon.
That's a oops. For YouTube at least. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. If it brings you any comfort, my reckoning's coming.
What's that supposed to mean?
The truth will out before you know it. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You don't know the half of it.
What says this? Yeah, I'll just finish it. If I can read.
The pride of the gate.
Right.
What to do?
Soon we'll camp.
My dagger-happy friend, what troubles you?
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
A hero at heart.
Yeah, we committed to it, so here we are.
No one's stopped me yet.
Soon we'll camp.
I want you to leave, sir. I don't want you to hear me. Near me at all. Just please.
I'm ready.
Let's get going.
What do you need now? Oh, darling, I'm... Well,
If not over, then through.
it is done.
It is crazy how much this game is stuttering, though. It's actually wild.
By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn up if it's all the same.
Ooh, that does not look comfortable. Why is she too heavy, though? That just doesn't make sense.
Worth examining.
Laser, have you ever done a good deed just for the sake of it?
I have performed deeds well and efficiently. Is this what you mean?
Not exactly.
Enough time wasted.
But you answered my question.
Actually, this should be the part where I take a long rest. Getting some much needed
I'm so glad I found. Wait,
Oh, no.
it's me. It's Althera from the Grove. I'm sorry for barging in like this, but I had to come find you. You've, well, inspired me. I want to stand on my own 2 feet, to prove that I can be half the bard Lihala was. I want to join you, to fight by your side. I want to help people, as you've helped me.
Oh, sad part,
I've been
right?
running since El Turel. And when we finally arrived at the Grove, we found danger there too. Unless I hide away from the world, I can't avoid it. So I'd rather face it head on, with you.
It's so sad that she wasn't a romanceable partner, companion, or even a companion, because we don't still have a bard companion.
Really? Just like that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Just keep it quiet here.
I won't let you down. I promise.
I will absolutely let you down,
I can't
though.
wait to hit the road. Where will we go? Neverwinter? Oh, can we go to Waterdeep? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take it one note at a time, as my teacher would say.
Breathe deep and move.
Well met. Are you sure? And just
Slowly reducing my options. Alright, here we go.
You open your eyes with a lurch, and you are not in your bed. You stand above a body which is in a state of gore nearly beyond recognition. The body of that brave girl who earnestly swore to devote her life to your cause. Her blood covers you, and its warmth feels like the embrace of an old friend. You recall nothing of how you ended up here, but your head pounds and aches.
technically, her body was still used for my cause. My insatiable desire just to kill everything. I don't know what happened. Shit. Clearly wasn't me.
There are dozens and dozens of wounds on the corpse. The killer did not stop savaging it, even when she was long gone. And your dominant arm aches. It aches from stabbing over and over. No matter how it appears, the body is there, and her blood is on your hands. The question flows through your mind. Who are you, really, that you could be guilty of such bitter business? The little worm seems silent. Your companions sleep blissfully tonight. If it were the rage of a tadpole, no others seem to be affected. You don't have much time for reflection now. You need to act. You may only have a few moments before the others awaken and begin to cast blame for the hot sin before you.
Hot sin. What a way to word it. Oh man, truly chaotic would be going back to sleep as if nothing happened. Oh, what a dilemma. I didn't do it though. We're gonna hide the body. An inspiration. Uno más.
A light and delicate girl. It should be no trouble at all to toss her into a ditch.
That is
roll her away, further bloodying your hands as you do. In lumbering style, you have gotten away with murder.
Wow. That is cool.
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
Actually, no. No, we're gonna redo that. No, it's much more chaotic if I just go back to sleep, as I said. That's not how we do things. We own up to our mistakes. We should be proud of our work, not shy away and...
You may only have a few moments before the others awaken and begin to cast blame for the bedroll becomes a warm, swampy cocoon of gall and fluids. You wonder if your misdeed will be noticed.
Another waif dead before her time. I wonder how it happened. She was brutalized. The killer knifed her many times after she was dead. Was it you? The blood speaks for itself. Why?
Well, honesty is the best policy, right?
The parasite must be affecting you deeply.
The worm in your head has never slept more peacefully.
Look at my crazy eyes.
You know in your heart it was something deeper, hungrier.
Even if it was the worm, this was peculiar indeed. I'll be watching.
An uneasy feeling lingers in the air. As the Inquisition departs, you are left alone with a familiar headache. One more failed adventurer, gone to the mud now.
And I think that's where we'll end it. Seeing as how the game keeps freezing and stuttering for me, gotta figure out what is going on there. But thanks all for watching this episode of the Chaotic Dark Urge. So, if you enjoyed this, please give a like, follow, subscribe. Don't need to hit the bell notification because I'm sure that's annoying. But I do live stream on twitch.tv/nstargazer every now and then. I do work a full-time job, so streaming consistently is quite hard. But I do promise to continue these episodes with the attempt of editing them to cut down on the monotony and the troublesome stuff like walking between points of interest. But until next time, good night, good morning, good evening, to wherever you're from. But peace.